Hello, everybody. My name's Ashley Mitchell. I'm an art teacher in Montana. I've been an art teacher for about 8 years now. And like many of you, I'm cooped up at home trying not to get sick with this coronavirus. But I've also been trying to think of some way that I could help out without being able to leave home. So here's what I've come up with. Every day for the next couple weeks while Montana schools are closed and probably most others, I will be attempting to upload an educational how-to art project video to Facebook. I say attempting because I'm not the most technologically savvy person, but I will do my best. I'm also going to try to use only household or everyday art materials, nothing too crazy, nothing beyond like paper and paint. So hopefully you have it all already in your house while you're cooped up. I also teach kindergarten through 8th grade, so some of the projects might be geared a little bit more towards the younger kiddos, but any accommodations, modifications that you need, let me know. We can easily tailor it to a different grade level. So I hope you enjoy. Feel free to watch. Feel free to share with your friends who might also have kiddos home from school, and best of luck. Stay healthy. Enjoy. For our first project, I thought we could make this really cool wax resist picture of a bee. You don't have to do a bee, you could do any insect. Just remember that all insects have 3 parts to their body: a head, where their eyes are, a thorax, where the wings are attached, and an abdomen. They also have 6 legs, 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and 2 antennas. Another pretty cool thing about bugs is they are the same on both sides. If my bee has 3 legs over here, he also has 3 legs over here. 2 wings on this side, 2 wings on this side. He's exactly the same. So if I drew a line all the way down the middle of my bee like this, or if I folded my paper in half like this, he's pretty much the same over here as he is over here. And in art class, we call that symmetrical. My bee is symmetrical. He's the same on both sides. Okay, next let me show you what we're gonna need for our project today. First, a sheet of colorful medium weight paper. Not too thin, not too thick. If it's too thin, it won't really hold up to our paint and water mixture. And if it's too thick, you won't be able to do the most fun step of this whole project. So something in between. You might want a pencil if you're the type who likes to sketch out your design before you outline it. You'll definitely need a Sharpie or another permanent marker to outline your design, make it really pop, and make it waterproof. You're going to need some crayons to color your insect and the background. You're going to need some paint as well as a paintbrush and a bowl of water to set your paintbrush in. You also will need another dish to mix your paint and water mixture, and of course, some paper towels to clean up our mess. All right, now that we have everything we're going to need for our project, let's get started. You can hold your paper either hamburger style or hot dog style. We also call that horizontal or vertical. I'm going to hold mine, vertical. And I'm going to draw the parts of my bee. Remember, he has a head where his eyes are. He has a thorax where his wings are attached. He has double wings. 2 on this side, 2 on this side, because he's symmetrical. And then that big old abdomen, as well as 2 antennas and 6 legs. Might just poke out behind his wings here. All right. We have all the parts of our bug. When you have it just how you want it, you can take your Sharpie and outline everything that you just drew with your pencil. You'll want to outline with your Sharpie. All right, now that your bug is all outlined, you're ready to complete the crayon step, which is why we call this a wax resist drawing. Crayons are made out of a waxy substance that when you color on this paper, it's going to create a barrier between your paint and your paper that the paint will not be able to get through except where we want it to get through. So you're going to choose any old color. I'm going to choose something kind of medium because again, I want the paint part to really show. I gonna take, oh, I can't decide, maybe this orchid. And I'm going to very carefully, around my whole bug, color in the entire background of my picture, all the way to the edge. See how I'm not pushing really hard, but I'm taking my time and I'm coloring over the same spot for a little while because I want hardly any green to still be showing. I want it to mostly be covered with crayon all the way right up to the edge of my paper. You're gonna keep going all the way around your bug, all up in between his legs and his wings, covering every bit of your paper all the way to the edges. Okay, when you're finished with the background, it should mostly be the color of the crayon that you used to color, and you should be able to feel that it feels kind of shiny and waxy now. And then you can go ahead and color the same way all over your bug, whatever colors you're thinking. I'm gonna add some stripes to the abdomen of my bee, like this. Again, we don't want too much of our green paper to show through. We want it to be mostly crayon, because that's gonna give us that waxy texture that we want. Doesn't have to be realistic colors, even though we went with the realistic drawing of our bee. We made sure that he was symmetrical. We made sure that he had 6 legs and 3 body parts, but let's go crazy with the colors, why not? All right, so when your whole insect and the whole background is totally colored and you can feel that crayony, waxy texture, you are ready for the most fun step. I told you it was coming, and this is why we couldn't use really thick paper like a cardstock, because you wouldn't be able to do the most fun step, which is, gasp, go ahead and crinkle your whole paper up into a little ball. Don't worry, we were supposed to do that. When you open it back up, carefully, we don't want to rip our little insect. Open it back up, smooth it out a little bit. And now you have all these little crinkly lines, and we broke the surface of that waxy crayon just a little bit. And those are the places that our paint and water mixture is going to seep through and give us a really cool look. All right, now that you're colored and crinkled, we're ready to mix up our paint and water mixture. Just a little bit of water and a squirt of paint. You're gonna mix them together. We're just trying to water down that paint a little bit so it has no trouble getting through the cracks in our paper. Mix it up, mix it up. Again, you wanna use kind of a dark colored paint so that you can really see it on your insect. All right, looks pretty good. A little bit watered down, but not too drippy. All right, then I'm gonna bring my brush carefully over to my bee, and I'm just gonna paint over the whole thing in nice, even strokes. And hopefully that paint is seeping down just a little bit into the cracks in my paper. And it's gonna give us a really cool finished product. Make sure you cover the whole thing. He'll be back, don't worry. All right, then grab one of those paper towels that we had, and you're just gonna gently wipe from one side to the other to get that extra paint off, and you'll see where it snuck into the cracks of our image. Whoa, totally cool. See the cracks, the paint, the detail. I love it. Most importantly, make sure you name your bug. I'm gonna name mine Bart. Well, there you have it. I hope you all enjoyed making Bart bees. There's a couple of suggestions I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. Number 1, you might want to watch these videos start to finish before you get started, just so you know what you're signing up for as far as mess, or if there's material that you know that you or your kiddo might need in order to be more successful. Also, I hope you did this today, but if not, just know in the future that you can pause the video whenever you need to in order to catch up to the next step. Okay, that's all for me for today. I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you tomorrow.